Hey everyone, it's Jasmine Sanders here with Hollywood Raw Podcast, and we are talking everything from relationships to work to any of my modeling tips and the Tone It Up app. I cannot wait. Check it out.
What's up, Hollywood Raw fam? Welcome to our YouTube page. Make sure you tap that little bell, subscribe to our channel, like, comment, do all the things down below. What's up, Adam?
Shalom, Dax.
Well, where's this energy? I feel like we're not getting a lot of energy from Adam. What's going on?
No, I'm excited. I got good energy going on. It's summer. It's New York City. We're doing good, bud. How you holding up?
No, I'm doing good. I think today's going to be a fun guest. It's a little out of our wheelhouse because it's not every day we get supermodels on. So Jasmine Sanders is coming on, who is the golden Barbie, who is just huge in the modeling world right now. As I understand it, she is fresh off of her Sports Illustrated swimsuit photo shoot. So that'll be fun to talk to her. She,
Former cover girl.
Yeah, she's been Rookie of the Year. I think it was about 2008. She's been on the cover. So she's a really big deal in the modeling world. And I've got a lot of dumb questions I want to ask about modeling, honestly. Do you know anything about modeling at all?
I am far from it. Okay. I know nothing about the modeling community, so I'm interested to talk to her. You know what is? I see Irina Shayk all the time in New York City, and it's like that's the main shot for paparazzi right now. They're all, they kind of know her schedule, what she likes to do, and it's kind of funny. Like I just see her all the time walking. She always stops at the same juicery place.
Pretty in person?
Oh, dude, it's like seeing a mermaid. It's just like you're in awe. It's like, what the hell? Like, because you see her standing and walking next to the common folk. So she just stands out. She's tall. She's beautiful. But it's really cool. But we appreciate you guys listening. Dax, tell all the people a little bit about the Hollywood Raw podcast.
Yeah, I was going to say, for the people that, this might be the first time you've tuned in and you've never listened or you've never heard our podcast before. We like to say this as we like to humanize Hollywood. So we invite celebrities, paparazzi, media moguls, pretty much anyone we can get on the podcast to stop on by. And we like to just chat to them about their life, about how they got into the industry, what's on the craft table at the set of their show. We're not asking the normal questions that everyone else is. We're not just sit here to promote their next project or talk about their character that they're playing in their next project. We want to kind of get to know them on a different level, but have fun and incorporate our audience into this podcast. So, I mean, would you say humanizing Hollywood is the best description for Hollywood Raw?
I'd say the best description is we reveal the fourth wall, we humanize Hollywood, and we are the #1 anti-child trafficking entertainment news site in the world. If you listen to any other, you do. So it's that's just what we do. So that's my way of describing it. And honestly, there's no, our podcast, you might have heard of us. We're featured in a lot of news outlets around the world, just because people like to spill the tea here.
I was gonna say we get some huge guests on here, and I think that's the fun part. Is it from all ranges of Hollywood? Because when we say Hollywood Raw, we don't just mean celebrities. And I think that's kind of the misconception. But, we've had Audrina Patridge on here. We've had Dr. Drew. We've had Amanda Cerny, who's in the social media world. I mean, we like to get our Bravo stars like, what was her name? Cameron Westcott. Oh, she dropped some good tea on that podcast. And that one blew up. That was all over all the blogs and websites. And, recently we had Brandi Glanville, who was a housewife. So we're just kind of out there to find interesting stories. So the other thing I like to say is if they're on our podcast, they're interesting is really what it boils down to.
Yeah, exactly. And the best thing to do to support this podcast is actually leaving a review on the iTunes page. It really helps out with the algorithm. Again, we've said this so many times, but this is how it works there. So if you if you leave a review, 5-star only, and put a few nice words there, it helps boost us up the charts. And that's how we kind of monetize the podcast. And trust me, when we monetize, we're making hella money. We're rich.
We're so rich. We're gonna have real buildings behind us one day. Wait, guys.
Exactly. So that's the best thing to do to support this podcast. Again, is leave a review, and we will actually read a review live on air. We pick one out every week when we read one. Dax, do you have one ready for us today?
I got one. All right, let's throw this one up. It says from Reno 1960, a little 5 stars, as it should be. Love this podcast. I felt the anger Dr. Drew felt about print media. I wish someone would cover truthfully the injustice that has happened to Johnny Depp and how Hollywood is so quick to believe and cancel whomever they feel like, whether it's based on facts or not. That's a good review. And you know what?
That was a good review.
I felt
Interesting
the
take.
anger on Dr. Drew. He was
Sure.
pissed that day. And if you haven't listened to the episode, go back and listen to it. Dr. Drew is a dear friend of mine for many, many years. But you start getting into cancel culture and some of the shit that he's been through over the years with media and Twitter. I mean,
And his colleagues, other doctors trying to take him down. Yeah.
It was
It's
a
been pretty
fascinating interview. So,
Yeah.
and I do want to throw this out there, guys, if you ever want to be a part of the show, we greatly encourage it. Call us, leave a message. We do have a phone number, 833-HWR line, 833-HWR line. Adam is constantly goes straight to his cell phone, so he'll answer that the second you dial in.
Yeah, it goes right to the Adam hotline. So yeah, I'll pick up and I'll talk. But if you have leave us a nice note. Again, we can put those reviews on air. If you have a question, we do a thing called chat roulette that we like to do sometimes, where people DM the Instagram account questions. Video themselves asking a question. The fun part is, you don't know who the celebrity is going to be, and we take that video component, we bring it to whatever guest we have on the show, and it could be unique, it could be exciting. Ask a random question. We'll actually make that into a clip on the show, and it's a really cool, fun part of connecting our audience with some of the biggest stars in Hollywood. Speaking of the stars in Hollywood, we got a very, very cool guest today. Dax, tell us about our guest.
Yeah, so today our guest is one of the biggest models in the world who has been on Sports Illustrated. She's been the Rookie of the Year back in 2019. She's also been their cover girl. I mean, that is a huge honor. She's modeled for basically every brand out there. She's a fitness fanatic who just recently partied with the brand Tone It Up. And today is her birthday, Jasmine Sanders.
Jasmine, thank you for coming on the podcast. I guess my question for you.
Whoa. You're not even going to say happy birthday?
Oh, happy birthday.
How about thanks for coming on our podcast on your birthday?
It's pretty impressive. You came on your birthday.
Happy
you made
birthday.
time for us. Wow. Big birthday. What are you doing for it?
I'm just excited you guys wanted to have me. I'm excited to talk to you. I knew that this was going to be fun and crazy, and who knows what we're going to talk about. But I'm excited. My birthday, oh my God.
Plans.
Wow. It's been already such an awesome day. We started off with, biggest news of the day. Not only am I 30, but I decided we've had so much time off in this last year. A lot of time to reflect, a lot of time to really push things that we've really wanted to put out. And one of those things on the top of my list was a fitness program. And I finally got to put out my first fitness program. I'm doing it with Tone It Up. It's an incredible program and I'm not just saying it because it's mine, but I'm also saying it because I had such a great supportive team. The Tone It Up team was incredible to work with. And they made everything so easy and allowed me to create exactly what I wanted to put out. For my following, to get a bigger following, to show other people. My biggest thing is I want to help people. I want to make people feel good. I want to feel better about myself. It helps me hold myself accountable. And I really wanted to put out my program, which is the Best by Jasmine Sanders, and give everybody an opportunity, a 4-week program, to really just put their all in on this and push themselves and motivate other people and hustle with other people to become the best version of themselves. So I'm excited. It's out today. It's launch day. It's my birthday. I'm with you guys. It's been incredible. And it's barely even started. We have so much more going today. So I'm just excited. This is a nice beat.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, so you're 30 years old now. Just out of curiosity, what is the prime age as a model? Is there some age where they say this is it? Is it, or is 19 to 22 young? Is 37, 38 too old? What is the prime age as being a model?
Oh, I think that when I was growing up, so I started at 13. I've been in it for a while now. It's an amazing, like, I love doing what I do. I love creating things. I love being able to travel the world and meet different people and play in fashion. And honestly, when I was young, they used to say that, and I'm still young. Let's start there.
Very young, very
But
young.
when I was 13, they used to say that like by 25. So it made me nervous when I started getting up to 25. I was like, oh gosh, is this bad? Like, what's gonna happen here? Like, what's like? Hopefully, people still like me, and I keep working. I have to say, I'm very blessed. I think the industry's also changed a little bit. And I also feel like the ones that have paved the way before me are still working. So if they can still do it, why can't I? Like, I'm 30, I'm happy, I'm having fun.
I was
That's
gonna say,
great.
I don't feel like there's an end age for model. I mean,
No.
you even look at commercials these days, and I feel like you see some like 70-year-olds that look amazing, and
It's
they're still,
representation. You
yeah. And
have
I
to like be able to show something that's real so that people believe in products or people are able to like want to come and buy your stuff, want to come
yeah,
and try on your clothes or
you gotta
whatever. Like,
hit those demographics because just
you
because you're
can't sell to
70, yeah, you don't want
everyone.
to exactly. So
Right.
what do you feel is the biggest misconception about being a model?
Ooh. Maybe personality wise, biggest thing. And that like I feel like people, yeah, I feel like they don't instantly feel like models are cool. Like, we're normal people. We're still people. We have great personalities. We're not all stuck up or crazy or anything like that. We're just, for the most part, I think we're very respected. Like, we try to be very respectful women, and we're all doing a job, and we love being creative. We love that that's our job, and we try to, like, I don't know, be amazing to everyone. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like people don't, I think attitudes if anything, and then
I would say
uh
that it's harder work than you would think. That
yeah,
would be mine
that it's
because
not, I was
Yeah.
going
everyone,
to say that it's not a real job. Like,
well,
it
just
is.
that being on set for hours and hours a day, as much as everyone would think, oh, this is easy just to smile and look good for the camera, that's
Yeah,
not. And
yeah.
I've never been a model, but I know watching these shows and being in front of cameras and other things, it's exhausting.
No, somebody recently asked me, they were like, what do you do to train? Like, what do you like, how do you train to get ready for your like bikini shoots? And I'm like, honestly, I do a lot of stretching and like pull in a little bit of yoga and try to do things to really like build my core, because you're having to hold those positions for so long. It's so tiring. And it's like, guys, it's a full on workout. Like, I feel like models are athletes. We deserve respect. And I think we are trying to shift into that. I think people are starting to understand it a little bit more, but thank you.
I
I
think it's I
appreciate
think
you
it's
for
also hard
noticing.
hold yeah, I think it's also hard holding, like, let's just say it's a smile photo, to hold a smile and seem happy when it's like,
And
fuck, dude,
not
I've been
make it
doing this
look
for 8
cheesy.
hours. Like, I'm hungry, it's hot or it's cold. Like, I'm not happy. Let's be real. Like, it's hard to. So, is there a trick to like kind of? I mean, I'm sure the photographer kind of makes this dumb joke. You got the music playing, but there's got to be some,
I
there's
don't
got to
know.
be some
I
cool
I
parts and
learned the fake
shitty
laugh
parts.
a long time ago. Like, you have to just learn how to cut it on, and like, I think you're always having to be fierce. So it's a big thing to ask the photographer right away, like, hey, what do you want me to bring out in this product or these clothes or whatever? Like, what am I really selling, and how do you want your customer to feel? So I asked them right away. I like when they still have the mood boards up so I can see the vibe that they were going for when they were thinking about their products or whatever. Um, but yeah, I just ask questions. It helps, and it gets everybody home quicker. Like, we get the job done, we're out of there.
Yeah.
So
Everybody wants to beat traffic.
listen, Jasmine, it's not every day that we get a supermodel on our podcast. So give us your fiercest look right now, like we were taking a picture of you.
Oh
I
my
want to
God.
see your look.
Where's my camera? Here we go.
Whoa.
Oh, damn.
That was
Look
real.
at that.
Whoa, that was good.
That is professional right there.
I hope it looked good.
Yeah, that was
I can't
so
really tell,
good.
and
So
I
good.
have
I
had a
get
glass
it
of
now.
champagne.
I don't want to
so-
make a dumb Zoolander. It's so stupid to make a Zoolander, but no, I get it now. Like it's so crazy.
I
but
mean, you gotta study.
there's
It's
acting
something
involved.
I've studied for such a long time. You gotta.
Okay,
be able to
Adam,
cut
let's see yours.
Dude,
What'd you say?
Yeah, mine is
I want
What
to
did you
see
say?
Adam's. I want to
You
see
wanna see
Adam's
mine.
do his.
Mine was just this.
Come
I
on,
just-
I need
I'm
it.
just
All
a
of you
curious-
have to.
I go for the
Please.
curious Jew. I'm just like, huh? That's my
No.
look. Yeah.
That is not it. I'm gonna look at your Instagram later. I know that is not what you're doing.
Yeah, please do. When you know what it is, I feel bad for in some ways, and it sucks because I'm sure you hear it all the time as being a model. Someone's like, "Oh, you're a model? Well, go eat a slice of pizza, go eat a hot dog." It's like, yeah, I do eat that. I
Yeah.
just also train. That's
Yeah.
the when it comes to misconceptions, I think people just it's just shitty. It's like, no, yes, I eat pizza, I eat hot dogs, but I also eat kale, and I also I diet sometimes. I try to watch what I eat, but I also work out hard. It's so balanced. What's the best part of being what's the best part of your job as being like when it comes to modeling, when it comes to print or runway? Like what's the better job, print or runway?
I don't even know if there's a better, because there's different things. Like maybe you get paid more. Like I don't know if I'm saying too much.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Then stop me if I need to. But I feel like with it's there's a bonus with both. If you're walking and you're doing fashion shows and stuff like that, if it depends on where you are in your career, you could be getting paid crazy money to be doing it. But it may also be amazing exposure and for people to really see you up close and in person. And I think that that's awesome. You also get to like Fashion Week, I feel like is the best time for us. It's like our Super Bowl. We get to do all of the shows. We get to do the parties, the events, everything. And that's the biggest part that I miss, because you get to be so hands-on with people and really show them who you are, rather than them just seeing you for 5 minutes during a casting or like a 10-minute meeting. Like sometimes they may not have time to fall in love with you. Some people may not be able to show it right away. So I think it's nice. Fashion Week's awesome. But then same thing with campaigns and everything. Campaigns, it's huge exposure as well. Like you never know what can happen. So kill it on the runway, kill it in campaigns. If you get both, like it's awesome. I've always tried to just tap into both as much as I can, and I really enjoy it. And I've been really blessed. Like I have a lot of amazing people in the industry that make sure that they always kind of like check what I'm up to. Even during my crazy Instagram days, like I post a lot of fun stuff, and sometimes it's not exactly fashion, but I want to just show that people are real at the same time, and we're not just some cookie cutter person in a magazine. Like we do have fun. We're all over the place too.
So when you do like a fashion week or, and you're out working for a brand, do they let you keep the clothes, or are they like, nope, give that back? That's $1,000 t-shirt. Yeah.
Sometimes you do get some stuff and you get some pretty cool exclusive things. But other times, no.
So what was the coolest thing you ever got to walk away with?
Coolest thing I got to walk away with. Oh my God. It's crazy. It's the pill purse from Jeremy Scott Moschino.
Okay.
It's insane. It's epic. Like I like barely even wear it, but like it's because you have to like it has to be a really good night to like find the right piece with it.
Hey, tonight is your birthday. It's time to break out the pill purse.
I gotta go get it out my closet. But no, I will say also like just going like I put it up cool in my closet and glam room. But going into his office, it's epic. Like Jeremy's a really good friend of mine. He's one of the sweetest people in the world, so genuine, and has always been so supportive of me, and opened so many doors. I can go on and on about him. But the coolest thing is just seeing his office, like with everything all around the room. Like I'm just like, oh my God, my brain cannot take all of this, but it's insane. It's amazing. So to have that piece, I'm like, that's one of the coolest pieces.
How did you get discovered? I feel like, some models say, oh, someone came up to me at the mall when I was 13 years old and someone says, hey, you want to be a model? But like, I don't know, maybe it's the dude in me. I'm like, I'd be nervous. Some guy came up to me and say, hey, you want to be a model? You're pretty attractive. Do you want to,
Like,
like there's gotta be, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. How were you discovered?
so I have had people, they call them like the scouts coming in the mall and stuff like that. I have had some people scout me, and my mom was always so protective. She was like, we're not doing that. They just want your money. Like, you never know what can happen with that. It can be very scary. And you definitely always, ladies and gentlemen, do your research. Like, please check out stuff before you just jump on a plane and think that it's the right thing to do. And go with your gut feeling. But I got discovered kind of, I reached out to my mom, and well, not reached out to her. I went to the living room. I was 13. I went
Hey, Mom,
to my mom.
I'll see you in the living room.
And I had always, I don't know, I always told her, she used to model back in the day and showed me like the coolest photos, and like just her and like, she's from Germany, so seeing her in like her old fashioned and like European style and everything, I was just like, I want to be like my mom. This is epic. Like, she's so dope. But then looking through pages of magazines, falling in love with Sports Illustrated, Victoria's Secret, just all of that. I was just obsessed with fashion, and I knew that I wanted to try it out. I was also a big tomboy and like trying to play volleyball, soccer, basketball, not that good at all of them. But I just knew I wanted to be kind of a girly girl. And my mom took me to a meeting with Sheila Dixon. She runs Millie Lewis in South Carolina. And I did etiquette classes. I took some acting classes there. But first, when I first met her, I sent my photo, like we did some photos at her, excuse me, I'm so sorry. We did some photos at her agency and sent them to New York. And next thing you know, I was being signed by an agency there. I was extremely blessed because I know it does not usually work that way. It's like having to constantly put out your photos or trying to build a book on your own. But it was awesome to be able to experience all of that at such a young age, to grow up fast, but also travel the world, experience like new places, new foods, new people, new music. Like, there's so much outside of South Carolina, which is where I was growing up at the time. So, and it was just nice to be the girl to get out of there and live a dream.
Also, yeah, I mean, listen, you have to practice to be a basketball player, and you could potentially be a great basketball player. You're fortunate that your mom was a model. You have great genes. You have great genetics. It's not like I could have trained my whole life to be a model. At the end, they'd be like, I could train my whole life to be like, hey, you're still a 7. You know, like, it's not going to work. It's true. I mean, listen, that's so actually.
I was not expecting that.
Listen. I just got done with the gym. I'm never gonna be a model. Let's be real. I don't even think I could be a hand model. But with you, what was the creepiest, wildest experience you've had during a casting call? Like, I'm sure.
What'd you say? What was the creepiest?
What's the creepiest, wildest, strangest experience you've had during a casting call?
If I'm being really honest, just like when they ask you to dance, but when they're like a little extra on it and they're like, yeah, we're not really loving what you're doing. I'm like, oh, you want it to be like a little more turned up, and I'm not going to give you that. Like, I'm like, if I'm working, I'm not. If I'm like my party tonight, I'm going to have fun, but it's just a time and a place.
So have you ran into weirder casting agents or weirder photographers? Because I feel that most models I've talked to have been like, man, some of the photographers are so bizarre.
I don't know. I will say this. Okay, so I know there's so many weird ones, but I don't bump into that many. And not so many like that, but like so many people speak of them. Let me rephrase myself. So many people speak of them as weird. But I give everyone a like fair chance. Like, I really want to get to know the person. If we're working together, if we're doing a job together, we're like, I'm later going to be supporting you and your projects and like liking your photos and trying to like look at what you're doing later on in life. Like, I feel like you're connected once you do that. or once you do your job. But some people like shoot and they move on and they don't really care. Like I kind of like if I meet somebody, I give them a genuine like version of me and try to get to know them. And I don't have too many weird experiences. I've been in it for a very long time. I've been very fortunate to not have to deal with too much, but
That's
I
actually
feel like the biggest thing.
impressive.
What's
Yeah.
up?
It's impressive because
Yeah,
you
but
hear
I feel
so
like
many
the
horror
biggest thing is
stories.
just knowing when you feel uncomfortable to step away.
Sure.
And to also tell your agents, like, go in the bathroom, girl, go to the bathroom. Like, it's so easy to go in there, get on your cell phone, and be like, hey, I don't feel like good right now. Can you please come to set? Or can you call him and distract him so I can leave? Like, there's been days where I've like called my agent and I'm like, can you please come here because I don't feel that comfortable right now. I don't know what it is, but like the vibe's a little weird. Like, let's just make sure everything goes smoothly.
What about if you had to
But
have like a person?
nothing.
What if you had to make a person? You know, like you're on the beach when you do Sports Illustrated swimsuit, and the person's rubbing lotion or oil on your body. Their hands are kind of go over. Like, if someone's like, do you always
I
say
love
like,
that.
I?
This is have you ever had an interview by the two straight dudes that are like, what the hell are these are
No,
our
but I
questions.
love it because you guys are like, what the hell really happens on set? Like, please tell me. But I'm also very open, so like, I think that's why we're able to have this conversation.
This is Modeling for Dummies podcast.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
so
Cool. Ask away. I'm
yeah.
probably gonna get in so much trouble for this later, but who cares?
You know when those guys are rubbing all the oils and stuff over, not guys, but girls, sir, could be girls doing rubbing oils all over your body. Do you ever feel like, do you get used to it, or is it ever like, hey, I could do that part, or you're just so used to it in your head, you're so focused on the shots? Where have you had any awkward situations?
No, I don't ever feel awkward about it. My mom's a makeup artist, so I've always understood and respected her craft. I understand that it takes a team and an army to build this project, and I understand that people have to have real respect for each other. So if it's just like they're there to do their job, I'm here to do mine. I definitely ask, like I'll be like, hey, I can get in the tight spots if you need me to or whatever. But I'm also the type that'll just like flip it up a little bit, keep myself covered, and like make sure that like everyone's so respectful. It's not like I know that there are stories here and there where it does happen, and I don't want to shy away from like people that have gone through real things on set or have been in uncomfortable situations. But again, I haven't had to deal with too much, and you have to just speak out about it, talk to your agents, make sure that you're always comfortable first, and don't do anything that your gut's not telling you is good to do. Like, you're not going to feel good about it later, then you don't want people to see those photos or whatever. Don't take them. Don't take your clothes off. Don't have people like, don't get in weird. My parents have always been very protective. I grew up in the South, and like my dad was like ex-military, like he wanted to put chains on the windows, everything, to just make sure he always protected us. So it's just be smart. Like, don't do anything. I've always, even at 30, I still want my parents to like approve of what I do. Like, I don't want to upset them and stuff. So I try to just have a clear mindset to like do the right thing for the most part.
No, I like it. You know, as you were talking, you're talking about taking photos on the beach and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You're a model. You've taken thousands and thousands of photos. So for an average person, what kind of tips can you give an average person on how to take a better photo? Because like people have told me, oh, if you stick your tongue to the roof of your mouth, it gets rid of a double chin. So like, do you have any tips for people? Yeah, so look, it's like,
okay,
it like gives you a jawbone.
You don't have a double chin.
I'm saying
nothing
those are tips that I've
your
heard.
Face right now, but if it makes you feel good, do it. I'm just like, what? Your tongue at the top of your mouth. It sounds too complicated for me, and I'd also have to be like, give me 5 seconds before you click. Do not.
But any poses that like make your body look better?
Ooh, okay, so selfies for me always. I'm like, pop a hip, put the camera up. Like, I like a camera up high for me. And then if you're not taking a selfie and you're having your friends take them, stand up on your tippy toes, have them take it a little lower. It makes your legs look longer. I don't know. What else? embrace yourself though. Embrace your curves. Like touch the sand, have fun. I hope you're taking notes.
I'm taking on
Summer's
my
coming
tippy
up.
toes. Adam, the next photo we take together, I'm on my tippy toes, bro.
Dude, I'm doing this podcast on my tippy toes, dude. What are you talking about? I'm already a step ahead of you.
Hey,
Where's the best
I'm gonna
place-
move this camera up high too when I start filming the podcast.
you guys
Where's
are
the
hilarious.
best place you did a shoot, and where's the worst place you've done a shoot?
Best place I've done a shoot? Best place I've ever traveled to in general, Venice. I'm obsessed. Like Venice is
Yeah.
stunning. It's so cool how they like. I know it's probably hard to just live your life on boats, but it's really fascinating.
I love that.
I
place.
really
It
love
is.
it. And worst place I've ever traveled? I don't know. I just try to make the best out of everything. Like,
Well, it was a hard shoot. Like it was the best circumstances. You know, it could have been cold, shitty weather, craziness, wildness. Like it just maybe it's hard being in a bikini in freaking Russia in the winter. You know.
No, I've never had any crazy experience like that. I've always wanted that though. Like I've always wanted them to put me through like the brutal things that you would see on like Top Model. Like it was intense, some of the shoots that they would do. And I'm like, oh my God, if that's modeling, like I can take it. Give me that challenge. Like I want to be in the cold with a bikini on or whatever. But like if you do want to talk about crazy, I went to Aspen for the first time recently, and I went with Anita, who is
Huge.
awesome.
I love Anita.
Like,
How do all of our guests
She's-
know Anita and we've never
she's
had her
It's
on?
because she's a social butterfly. She's so much fun. Like she's so dope. I love her
She's
so much.
huge.
But like
yeah.
she invited me on a girls trip out there, and it was the most epic trip. But she was like, look, for my music video, we danced around in bikinis. Like, why don't like who's down to get in a bikini and let's like ski and dance? Mind you, I've never skied before. And I got in a bikini, like full on Moschino outfit, like, and photos all over to prove it. But I was like, this is like the craziest thing I have ever done in my life, but it's so much fucking fun. Like I had the time of my life. And she pulled it out of me. She's amazing. If you ever meet her, you're going to have the best time.
Jasmine,
Yeah.
I
Dax was
love
talking about
her.
for a long
I have been
time.
talking about her for so long, and it's like
Speak
everyone
her
comes
into
on.
existence.
Yeah,
You
and it's
got
like
it.
I'm telling you, everyone comes on podcasts like, oh, we were hanging out with Anita this week. I'm like, what? Like everyone hangs out with this girl.
You're
She's
like, how did they
unbelievable.
just casually bump into her?
Yeah, that's awesome. That's fun.
She's
I bet
a
that was
social
a
butterfly.
fun trip.
She's so much fun, and she just wants people to have fun and be happy around her. And she can dance her butt off, so she's not afraid to show off. Like I love it. She lives her
So-
best life.
She really does. She really, really does. So, in your opinion, who is the best looking model in the game right now? Yourself
Oh my
excluded.
God.
Who would you say you're like, wow, I
The
look at them and
best
it's like,
looking. We all
Yeah.
look so different. Come on, guys.
well, there's got to be someone that
You
you
guys
just.
are such like men.
We're such bros. Exactly.
But you know what I think about? Like, I look around, I'm like, damn, like Adam Carolla, he's a really great podcaster. So I can admire his talent and his skills. So who do you look at and you're like, they're
Who do I
really good at their
admire?
job?
Who do I admire? Let's see. Oh my God. I mean, I'm friends with a lot of them, which is also an amazing blessing. But bigger part, I would say it's so dope to. Sorry, there's a car passing really loud. Sorry about that. But I would say Adriana Lima, I've always said, hands down, is so stunning. Irina Shayk, stunning. Naomi Campbell, obviously, like my God, I don't know how a woman can move and be built like that, and like her creative, like it's insane. She's epic. And oh my God, who else? I don't know. I've looked up to so many models, Tyra Banks, Heidi Klum. Like I'm more in love with like the ones that are iconic, the ones that I look up to, the ones that I've always like, the little girl in me has been like dying to work, like do the jobs that they've done. and being able to be on set with them and walking shows with them and being in the same rooms with them in general, like I was just so excited and so happy. So that's the part that still gets me excited. Like if I get to meet an iconic model, Cindy Crawford, like the list goes on, but it's epic to me. Like it's unreal sometimes.
Listen, anytime I see like a model, you realize why they're a model. It's honestly like I'm in New York City, so I see Arena Schick all the time. And when you see her walk around the city, it's almost
You're
like
just
an
like, whoa.
it's like an avatar, you know, like it's just like, what is a species? Because they're, you know, they're beautiful, but they're tall, but like they're not
No, but it's
skinny.
just
Like they're not skinny girls. They're just
it's
like,
also such a confidence like that they have, and
yeah,
like I don't know, I look up to it. I'm
yeah.
not bad at it, but
Miranda,
I have something for each woman in the industry. Like,
yeah, Miranda Kerr, I'd say was like one of those girls when I saw, I was like in awe of. I was like, wow.
yeah.
And then when she speaks, but it was just like, again, and the thing is, I think a lot of people who don't come around models too often or don't see them too often in their normal life, you think, you know, based on misconception, you think there's some bony, skinny person who don't eat. But from my experience from seeing models like yourself and Camille, and you're built like athletes though. You know, like
I
you're not.
thought you were gonna say you always see like me eating. Like,
No,
oh
yeah.
because I love food. Like that's nonstop. That's all I do. I'm like, guys, I work out so I can eat.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
my balance is being able to have ribs 2 days ago and put on this dress tonight. So
Yeah.
we're gonna make it work.
But you're not like you know, I think a lot of people think that there's some bony, but they're not. Like you're built like athletes. That's exactly what it is. You have the body, the frame, and you are athletes.
I used to be a lot smaller, but it's like when you have it again, like athletes, it's like sometimes you have to meet a certain weight range or whatever. And at the time, maybe it sucked that it was the agents, or excuse me, not agents, but like clients wanting people. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Do you mind if I
You have a house
sorry.
phone?
Hello? Oh, yeah. Can you hold him in the lobby for a little bit? I'll call down. I'm about to finish. Thank you so much. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Pizza guy there?
Sorry. What'd you say?
The pizza guy's there?
No, it's my my hair and makeup team for the party tonight.
Nice. I wanted to.
What were we saying? I'm so sorry.
We were talking about I don't know. Just fucking.
No, we were talking about eating. You said that you enjoyed eating. That's why I made a pizza joke.
Oh,
but,
I love food.
So you also brought up Irina. Were you as shocked as we were when you're seeing her all over the tabloids with Kanye?
I would just love to say that I love both of them separate. So like it is what it is, and not separate as in they should be separate. Like it's none of my business. I'm just saying I love him. He's awesome. He has great music, like beautiful kids, beautiful family. And Irina's an awesome person. So like you can't judge anything. Just let people do what they want to do.
Like, I like that answer.
Yeah. You were on the cover.
I'm just saying, like I love her. She's awesome. She's badass. Like what? No, I don't have anything bad to say. It's not my business. I'm so in love on my side. I'm like, we have our own problems. It is what it is.
You were on the cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit. How did you find out that you were on the cover? You know, it's a big announcement. How did you find out?
I found out by my agents tricking me and telling me that I was doing a job for someone else. And it was during COVID. So I was at home and it was on Zoom, and I was having to play a game where we both put on headphones. Excuse me, I'm sorry. We both put on headphones. It was me and my best friend. And he was supposed to be mouthing things. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Whoop. Excuse me. So we were playing a game. We both had on headphones, and my best friend Philip was like, hey, like saying words and stuff. And I had to figure out what he was wording. Oh my gosh, what am I saying? I've been talking nonstop today.
No, I know that game where
No, but
they mouth something.
he
Yep.
was. I needed to see how good I can read lips, and I'm always like, I knew that I had it. I was like, I got this. I know how to read lips. So go ahead. What's up? And he said like South Carolina, and I'm like, South Carolina. I got it. Then he's like, like asking me where I went for Sports Illustrated. So I'm like yelling everything out. Like then he threw like my dog's names in there. And then he said something and I was like, cover. He was like, and your first job was, and I was like, and I was like, Sports Illustrated. And he was like, Sports Illustrated. I don't know what it added up, like how it added up, but somehow it got to Sports Illustrated cover model. And I was like, what? And I took off my headphones and I was like, I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about right now. And I look at the screen and it's MJ and like everybody on there with the cover. And I was just like, you guys, like, seriously, you got me so good. Like, I fell on the floor, I started crying. I wanted to call my parents right away. It was insane, like still insane, such an epic moment. And again, like I said, like listing those ladies, like so many icons before me, like I was just happy to finally be up there with them. Like I was like, this is the most incredible moment of my life right now. This is what I work hard for. So it was awesome. It was insane.
Really cool. And then you just got back from doing another photo shoot with them, right?
I did.
Where did you guys shoot this
I'm
year?
so excited. What'd you say?
Where did you guys shoot this year? I don't
So we shot at all of the Hard Rock hotels, and I was in Florida. They took me to Tampa, which was like, I had so much fun. I was just so happy to finally be on set again. And one thing I will say about Sports Illustrated is they've always made me feel so confident about myself. Like I couldn't be happier being on set with them, and just I don't know, they make you feel sexy, powerful, everything, and again, still very respectful. So I'm like, I'm able to do what I love to do. I'm able to be whatever weight I want to be, say pretty much whatever I want. Like they like me being me, and I love that about them. And it's just being able to go on those sets. It's so much easier to do your job when you know that your client really loves you and they love you to sell their product, and or whatever it may be. So I'm just really happy and blessed to be working with them. They're extremely amazing, and I'm coming back as much as they want me. So
And when does that magazine come out?
I believe it's in July, but I don't have an exact date. I'm waiting to hear, just like you.
Now, have you seen? You don't get to see the photos that actually
Nope.
make the magazine.
Like you
until
get
it
to
hits
see
newsstand.
on the screen, like kind of as you're doing it. If MJ's like really hype or Yutsai's really hype, they're like, "Come over here, look at this, look at what you just did." But because they are also very big on making sure that we feel comfortable and we like what we're like giving and like showing on those pages. So yeah, but we never get to see those photos. Like we see them once it comes out. It's like the big reveal of them selecting. Like sometimes I shoot like 14 bikinis. I think my first shoot, my rookie year, I shot maybe like 14 or 15 bikinis in one shoot day. And it was pretty intense. But you never know, like they pick maybe 4 photos to actually go in the magazine. Then you get like 20 to 30 online. So fingers crossed, we'll see. I'm excited.
Do you get paid more for being on the cover, or is it just like the beneficial, the coolness of being on the cover, just being among that group, and helps you out for future roles or future gigs?
Telling you, you're like trying to be robbed. Everybody's gonna think I'm like some super rich girl. I'm like, nope.
Oh no,
I don't know. What'd you say?
No, I get it. All right, I was just curious. I know, but is it ultimately is it just better for like to be in that level for like future stuff?
It is huge being on the cover. Like it's such a big deal, and like I was still so hype about being a rookie, like, and being rookie of the year, and then it was like, okay, now you're cover model, and I'm just like, wait a minute. Then it's like cover model with 2 covers, and I'm just like, this is way too much. It's like amazing. I was so excited about it. I'm still so happy and like so proud to have that. I have it hanging up in my house framed. Like it's one of my biggest accomplishments, like work wise. So I'm really excited.
I'm sure. I
I'm
mean,
really
look at the
happy.
people who've done it in the past. It's insane. It's incredible to be
Yeah.
among that
I can't
list.
wait. And
It's
even to see
historic.
who's on the next one. Like it's so awesome. But
So
thank
I
you.
wanted to ask you about your like Instagram handle, Golden Barbie. Where did
Yeah.
you get that nickname? How did it come about? Like, I mean, you've got what 4 million followers on IG. It's huge. But yeah, I was just curious about the nickname. How did you get that?
Me and my sister were trying to figure out a name for Twitter. Like I wanted a Twitter so bad and like MySpace and everything else. And I was just like, what name should I pick? What name should I pick? And I remember like even like from just any names I would use, it was like life-size Barbie doll or like my teachers used to call me Goldilocks. And then my sister was just like, all your friends, like everybody always says you look like a Barbie. Like, why don't you just like try to put this together? So I give my sister the credit. She literally like, she was just like on the computer, like trying to figure things out. And I was like, it works for me. I don't know. But I stuck with it and I love it. Everybody else loves it. I always used to joke and be like, okay, when I turn 30, can I still keep Golden Barbie or do I have to like switch my name like Lil Wayne? Like drop the little, like, I don't know.
Well, today's the day. So what are you doing? You keeping
I'm
Golden
not
Barbie
switching.
or are you ditching it?
I am not switching it. My agents would be very mad if I switched it right now.
I follow your boyfriend Anthony as a trainer,
Yeah.
you know, and because I see what he's done with
Dave Grutman.
Dave Grutman, the King of
Yes.
Miami. So I see the
He is
transition he's done with
awesome.
him. How did you meet your boyfriend?
Oh my goodness. That crazy man. I can't remember what story I told the world how I met him, but I met him on Instagram.
He
Yeah?
DM'd you?
Yeah. Yeah, he DM'd me.
Wow. Do you
I
remember
love
what he
And it
said, or how did
wasn't
that
his
work?
first time either. He had been
Yeah.
DMing me for some years. And I just didn't respond or didn't like pay attention to it because he didn't really have photos of himself on there. And I was in relationships at the time. So like not like I don't go looking through my DMs to find a guy, but he DM'd me about ice cream and cookies. Like everybody always wants to know what was the DM? What did it say? And it literally was like, can I get some of like can I get some? But he was talking about the ice cream. And yeah, then it turned into me and him talking for a very long time, but it was at the top of COVID. It was the very beginning of everything starting to shut down. And well, really the world finding out about it. And then they were like, okay, now the world's starting to shut down. The second that I was like, ooh, let me hop on a plane and go see him. It was like, nope, you're not going anywhere. So we had a lot of FaceTime dates, a lot of starting Netflix at the same time, trying to watch movies together. And he ordered like me wine and dinner so we could like just kind of have dates on here.
I almost
Online.
wonder if that's
It was
a better
awesome.
way to start rather than, like you
It
actually
was.
genuinely get to know each other versus,
Yeah,
you know,
I
how.
personally feel like it definitely was. I got to really get to know him. He got to become a friend before anything. And you don't have to deal with like the outside world either. Like you really get to know somebody and see what like how they can be creative and stuff. Like he's so romantic all the time and like he would send me like cute little boxes, like care packages with like books in it and like handwritten notes and like his hoodie because I wasn't able to see him. So like he sent me his hoodie with his cologne on him because I had never, that's the other thing. I'd never met him before. So I also went to Miami without knowing him at all. And I was just like, I need to meet this guy. Like, he's awesome. Sorry, Mom. I'm in love with this guy I've never met. I also asked him to be my boyfriend. I never met this man in my life. And yeah, Dave Grutman, he kind of helped me vet like that he was a good guy. He was like, look, he's my trainer. He's honestly fucking epic. And like, he's pretty dope. Like, come and meet him. See what's up. If you don't like him, like, come back over to the house, come hang out. So, And yeah, I think Dave was kind of surprised how quick it all happened and everything, but it wasn't quick for us because we got to know each other for so long online, online and messaging and stuff like that. Texting, talking on the phone all night. So
where
we
was your
got to
guys'
know each other for a
actual-
while and then finally got to date. So
where was
What'd you
your
say?
actual first date then?
Our first date was at the gun range.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fun. Was it
It
just
was pretty
shooting
epic.
different guns or just shooting targets?
What'd you say?
Shooting different guns or just shooting targets?
What do you mean?
Because you know how like if I go to a gun range in Vegas, they give you all these like semi-automatics.
Oh no,
they
they
have
gave
you
us
switch
crazy
up different
guns,
ones.
but we were also shooting at like not only the like paper targets, but like the ones that like ding and like move around and stuff. Like it was really fun.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's a fun.
I want to do like tactical training and stuff. Like I'm still a tomboy at heart, so
yeah, because you're an army brat, right?
Yep, gotta do it.
Gotta keep it in the family. I like it.
Do you
That's
have your phone?
definitely something me and my dad connect on. Like,
Do you
we
have your
love
phone
going
in
to the
front of you
gun
right
range.
now?
Do I have a phone?
Do you have your phone in front of you right now?
Yeah. Why?
Out of curiosity, how many? If you went to your Instagram, how many DMs do you have that you haven't read yet?
Oh gosh. Does that count on your birthday though?
Well, I mean that's true. But like
that I
how, like,
haven't read yet.
because I gotta imagine like dudes are hitting you up. Yes, you're in a committed relationship right now. You love this guy, but like,
Oh,
how
you
many
mean
guys
like
are just going?
requested like DMs?
Yeah, request.
Yeah,
Oh, you can't see a number.
really?
Because there's so
Yeah,
many.
It's just, but it's like you can scroll. It's loading.
So I mean, that's how many guys are
There's
just
so
hitting you
many.
up.
I mean, it's not guy. Why do you think it's all men?
No, I mean, come on. I mean, yeah, listen, I can't
It's
blame
It's
them.
men are
definitely
weird,
not
that's
all
why.
guys, but it's like I don't look at DMs like that. Like I'm not. I will be very honest, and I don't know if I should say this, but I don't really look at men's messages because they usually are something where they're trying to talk to me.
Sure.
Now, if it's a guy that's like, oh my God, my girlfriend's obsessed with you. I'm trying to get like a birthday shout out, or like, can you text her? Or like, I'm always like, yeah, like, how do I get in contact with her? This is so cute.
Yeah.
So I love when guys message like stuff like that and try to connect and do cute things for people they know, or try to ask like modeling questions and stuff. But like the weird DMs, I kind of like just delete, laugh, delete.
Sure.
But I message women back all day long.
So I'm just gonna give you a heads up when you get a DM from Adam that says, "Hey, my girlfriend wants to see photos of your feet." Don't answer him, okay? He's creepy.
Yeah, it's crazy. 2020 has been the year that
He has a foot fetish.
no. Who is the coolest person that you've like? Not even. I'm just saying in a like a hookup or a relationship type thing. But who's like the coolest person that's actually ended up in your DMs? Like, man, this is fucking awesome. Like, they're a fan or congratulations on the SI. That it was just cool because it's a form of networking as well.
So we're gonna go the female route, and I'm gonna say Tyra Banks.
Oh,
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
Yeah. And I remember crying the second I got it. I was like, she DM'd me. Oh my God, she knows who I am. Like, I was freaking out because I was obsessed with her.
That's a
like,
good
and
one
I still
right there.
like, she's amazing. She's so sweet. And she is one of those that have literally paved the way. Like SI cover, like she's done it all. Victoria's Secret. She's a beast. She's amazing.
Yeah, have you ever ran into her in public?
I actually
gig
got
or
to
whatever?
meet her through Sports Illustrated. We all flew down on a jet for their cover, and we celebrated there and had a really good time. And yeah, I have some photos I haven't posted yet, but definitely want them framed and in my house. It was pretty epic, pretty dope moment.
That is a fun one for sure. Absolutely. Have fun. You got a really fascinating life, I must say.
I
It's
try.
fun. You get to travel. You get to have some cool. It's really cool. It's fun. It's exciting.
I love my job. I love what I do, but I also like to be like to relax and be by myself. Like it was nice a second ago just to have like 5 minutes to be like, okay, you did this. Like you worked really hard to get here. You got your own program out. Like tone it up right now. The Best by Jasmine Sanders. Oh, it's really good. I worked so hard on that, guys. Like the way my body was aching the next day, like it was insane.
So where do
Insane.
people
But-
find this Tone It Up? Yeah, how do people find Tone It Up?
So Tone It Up, if you go to my page, you can go Golden Barbie on Instagram. You can click the link in the bio. You can sign up right away. You can purchase any of the stuff on the website, which please use my promo code the best and you will get 20% off of your subscription, 15% off of the products. It's so helpful. I love a discount. And also you can sign up through the app. And a lot of people have already queued mine, so they knew it was coming right after. They had the 640 that they were just doing with Katrina, and now just like I'm so excited for people to really see everything that I've worked on, see all of my tips and tricks, and hopefully get some really good results and feel good about themselves. I just want people to take time for themselves. I know it's been really crazy. There's been a lot going on in the world. We need moments to focus on us and self-care and meditating and stretching and just being strong and taking care of your body. You only have one of them. You just take care of it while you can. And if there's any way that I can help you and help you become the best version of yourself, I'm here. Like, I want to help people. I told you. I wanted to give instead of get for my birthday. Like, I just wanted to give everybody something that I knew could be pretty awesome and help them out and show them tips that have helped me through what has been a roller coaster of a year and emotions and everything. So.
Well, listen, you could find more about this again if you go to Golden Barbie on her Instagram. She's a fun follow on Instagram, but there she has the bio. In the bio, you find the how you can find out and get involved with the Tone It Up app. Look at her. Obviously, it does well. It works. You know what I'm saying? So it's happy birthday, Jasmine. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you so much. I really had fun with you guys. Like, I think this definitely tops best ever podcast I've ever done. Like, you guys are really epic.
That was such a podcast for modeling for dummies. Really? Like, we sound so dumb, but I mean,
but you know what? There's a lot of people in our boat or in our position that are going, I don't know shit about modeling. I think people are going to find this interesting because it's not like one of her model friends interviewing her being like, you know, what was your favorite Gucci dress to wear? Like, we don't know jack crap and we're not sugarcoating. We don't know anything about the modeling world. So might as well have fun and just do it how we do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's she's one of the biggest models in the world. I mean, she's been on the cover of Sports Illustrated Swimsuit. I mean, you know, you're talking about she's done the same thing as Cindy Crawford and Claudia Schiffer. I mean, this is the type of model she is. I mean, she's young, but she had one of the most prestigious modeling gigs, the most prestigious modeling.
You can't even say it. You'd have no idea about modeling. You can't even say what you're trying to say right now.
Yeah, it's she's I know. I won't say that. Yeah, she's the cream of the crop. You know, once you look at her on her Instagram at Golden Barbie, you'll see why. I mean, looks alone, and then also she's very cool. She's got the personality. She delivers. Check out her app, the Tone It Up app. Make sure you leave a review on the Hollywood Raw podcast. If you do that on our YouTube, it'd be great. But also on the podcast network, the podcast app on iTunes. Helps out with the algorithm. That's the best thing to do to support this podcast. Leave a 5-star and leave a few words. And actually, we'll read your review on air. We pick one review every week and we read that out loud and give you a good shout out. You can find this podcast in video form on YouTube. We're also on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. We're on all the social media outlets.
Anywhere you want to listen to us, and feel free to give us a call, leave us a message. We got the phone line up, 833-HWR line, 833-HWR line. Leave us a drunk call. I'd love it. We'll play it on air. And then, obviously we didn't get to it today because we were enthralled with asking Supermodel questions. But if you ever do want to be a part of the show, go ahead, record a video of yourself asking a question to a celeb. We'll throw that into our fan question roulette. So we don't hear the questions and we don't know who they're for. So it's a fun game for us. So just send that over in a DM on Instagram.
Yeah, you can find me at Adam Glyn, Glyn. You can find Dax Holt, Daxholt. And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching the Hollywood Raw.
Make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe. That way we can be friends for life.